Hello, hello, beautiful beings of light. This is Linda Pearl, and welcome to this daily oracle. So, let us simply see where the energy is going. It almost feels like, I think I probably mentioned this before, it's making a little story, and especially when I see the cards, the string of cards that keep coming out, specifically the last couple of days, reading with this particular deck, there's been this theme of fire. One is having courage, one is taking action. The other one was about taking, like recognizing your talents and going with it as well, and then bringing it from a grounded perspective as well. So let us see what the oracle has for us today, and we'll go from there. How about that? So close your eyes and listen to your breath, your breathing. Again, let us keep our mind crystal clear. And as you listen to this, really listening to your breath, even to the sounds of the cards as we shuffle them. So we mix and blend the energies of today, yesterday, tomorrow, what is, what will be, what hasn't been, what could be, potentialities, no potentialities, possibilities. Blend all the energies so we can get some clear guidance to motivate us on our way. Take another full deep breath. Breathing in, breathing out. And let us see. Oh, I like this one. We haven't had the theme of this one. Chrysocolla, one of my favorite stones too. It's the stone that I have particularly with chrysocolla. Is this big round orb, and every time I do something connected to the earth or Earth Day, I always use that particular stone as my representation of Earth, because she looks like Earth. She's those perfect colors of Mother Earth, this beautiful turquoisey green, and then turquoisey green blues and greens, emeraldy greens, and then there's browns, and there's just these beautiful patterns that it makes. It's this piece that also is like spontaneous and fun and joyful as well. This is like the sunlight dancing on water, and that particular thing too came up earlier this week. I think it was on Monday. Sunlight dancing on water. So the person that received that message, if you see this, you'll know this is a reaffirmation, a confirmation of that too. When you saw the sparkles of the sunlight dancing on the water, it says sacred sounds. And just before this, I did one of the yoga nidras, and it's an experiment for me too of experiencing how I can let go of ideas, especially old ideas, and allow this sacred sound of my soul's song to be sung through this place of experiencing what I'm doing with sound too. I like that sentence. A lot of S's in it too. But maybe for all of us, this is about healing. This is about some creativity. There's also connecting to earth. This theme of connecting to earth is also there. We can utilize water, or even when it's maybe sun setting here, and you can go and you know, it doesn't have to be the ocean. It could be a lake. It could even be a swimming pool, or you could be in the shower too. But if you were outside and you could see the sun dancing on the ripples of the water, and stand with your feet in the water and just allow that, the sound of the water to lap away anything that's not yours, as well as that washing and purifying sensation too. And maybe it's also that we need more sound, but soothing, sacred sound, not just any kind of sound. Maybe we've been listening to things all the same old way, and maybe it's time for us to change something. So maybe if you always listen to one kind of music, this could be an invitation to try something else that maybe you haven't tried or you've been thinking about trying. And sound is a great doorway. I can, my own life, have experienced sound, and how sound has actually helped me, and not just myself. I've seen other people too, how it's curiously made them more curious as they go through life too, and start to have their subtle awakenings. And these subtle awakenings come through as an invitation for deep healing. So there's messages in all of that. And they're also telling me that the angels are close again. So we are being supported in this. So maybe also listening for the angels. So maybe that's a practice too, which I did early on today too, on my friends Live and Free. It's like Live and Free Wednesday, and Wednesday is Live and Free at 3. If you go to Facebook, you'll find me Wednesdays at 3 on this page or group called Live and Free, run by my friend Amanda Dominitz, and she runs the Sacred Sound of the Soul, so that's a little plug there for her too. But anyway, I pulled, my theme was about listening and listening to the sound of your breath. Just that sacred sound is so important too. And then playing an instrument or listening to music and just listening to these fine tunes, these even inward sounds, the sound of your breath. It's so soothing too if you listen to that. If you even place your hand on your chest and you breathe in and breathe out, you can, the soothing sound of your own sacred song. This is powerful stuff, sacred sound. So if I was you, I'd be listening to my breath. I would be breathing with myself. I'd be acutely attuned to the angelic realm, or even to spirit realm of what spirit is speaking to you. I would take time to find that body of water and place my feet in it and watch the sparkles of sun dance on the ripples, and let that be invited, that play of light, into the cellular body, into your body too. And I'm going to just tell you right now, because yesterday I heard something, and this is also maybe a sacred sound. It was a deliverance, a message for me, but through another human. But it was a confirmation on everything that my life has been. The picture, if I drew it out, it's just, interesting to see it. But then having somebody else that's maybe lived 30 more years than I have, but also be able to send a message, a sacred sound for me to hear, so I can see and be even more curious about life, and letting go of everything that I thought that I should be doing because this is what society told me to do, and actually plugging those things out of my ears. So this is also a guidance here too. So things that people have said to you, say, no, thank you, that's not mine. No, thank you, that is your karma. I give it back to you. You can deal with it in a loving, kind way, but it's not your karma. So there's things too that people say to you that's stuck in your ears, stuck in your head, reverberations of voices. Just take that out. This is not yours too. So there's also a little cleansing and clearing here, just sending it back and saying, this is not my karma. If it comes from family lineage, because this is a theme that keeps coming up too, especially during these times, we're looking under the covers, we're looking at our structures too. So this water element of washing away things in our lives. So when we're bathing too, when we're showering, when we're in the bath, really rinsing ourselves out of all these things that we've heard, all these things that are lodged in our field, in our physical form, and any pains, discomforts that you're feeling. Literally see all of that stuff, especially if it's come from something that somebody said. A lot of us trip over that, especially when we're small. It comes with us, and we play those out in the world again. And then it brings us into repetitive patterns too. So that's a whole other story too. But the sacred sound of your breath is the most healing, powerful breath tool that you have, and it's so free that you can carry with you every day. So hopefully that made some sense too. I'm going to end it right here because I think that's enough. So from my heart to yours, may you always be blessed. Namaste. And again, this is Glenda Pearl, and I so enjoy these times with you. I hope you enjoy them with me too. Please leave a comment and say hello. Make sure, I want to hear from you. I want to hear if you have any questions too about maybe something that I can ask about in the Oracle too. We'll keep it global, so versus personal, but knowing that everything that we're saying here too is global and personal on an individual level too. So again, from my heart to yours, may you always be blessed. Namaste.